This is how you make that famous pull space in dance floor drum and bass. So let's look at this melody. So the way to create this pull space is very simple. If we go back to step mode, you can see that we're just hitting halfway between every beat. So if there was one here as well, it would be every half beat. And then we've just created a little melody here just to keep it interesting. And then another thing you can do as well is you could come down here and change the velocity on some of them a little bit to create a bit of rhythm. And this is layered actually with another sound you can see here, and I'll show you what they're doing in a second, but we could also come in here and play around with some of them. Just add a bit more subtle groove to the track. So now let's see what these pull spaces are made from. So this is the first pull space. This is pull space 1 from the Dance Floor D&B pack. So we're using the envelope to create the short stabby sound, and the second envelope as well, so you automate the cutoff. And then we've got a hyper and distortion on. If we look at the post-processing now, we've got an OTT on it, we've got a Saturn 2 on it on the 456 demo mode, and then we've got an EQ on it here cutting out the low range because we're going to put that sub underneath again. And then the second bass, it's another pulse, it's the pulse bass 6 from the pack, but it's got a little bit more tone to it. So I decided to use the high range of this. So you can see here, envelope 1 is going into the hyper, envelope 2 is going into the cutoff, and envelope 3 is going into the sub, and the noise is turned off, so you can just ignore that. So then I EQ'd out a lot of the lows, boosted some of the highs, and then combined it with this one. And I thought it made a more full sound for this particular drop and more dimension style. We could also put some reverb on it as well on the reverb bus if we wanted to. So I could come here and click here, and then this would add reverb, and we could try some Valhalla Room. And this just makes the sound hit through the mix a little bit more. And we've got the EQ cutting out any of the lows, so that's fine.